Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Let's hop right in. Okay, so today I'm going to be describing your secret admirer. Okay, give us something clear and concise for the collective secret admirer. Give us one card at a time, please. The first card we have out here is the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so the person that's crushing on you currently could be considered a very lucky person, or people think of them as a lucky person. They view themselves as a lucky person. They could be very happy-go-lucky, very optimistic, very forward-thinking, very like joyful, cheerful, whimsical even. Somebody that's accurate. They have accuracy, they have aim, they don't miss. Then you got the Magician at the bottom of the deck too, okay? Somebody's very much an alchemist, very much into alchemy. They could be a music producer, an engineer, somebody who makes things with their hands, very much artsy-fartsy, artistic. They create things. They could make jewelry. They could sculpt. They could paint. They could write. Clarify the Wheel of Fortune. They could carve things, pottery. They could build things, build houses, cars, work on cars. They could make things. They could cook. They could be chefing it up. You got the Three of Cups reversed at the bottom of the deck. Clarify the Three of Cups reversed. Clarify the Three of Cups reversed. Oh, one card at a time, please. Clarify the Three of Cups reversed. You got the Star card. Instantly, I heard I'm Wishing on a Star by Rose Royce in my head when I saw that. Okay, this is the Hope card, inspiration. All right, like this is somebody, the person that's crushing on you is somebody that is very intuitive. They're hopeful. They're inspiring. They inspire people and they feel easily inspired. Okay, this could be somebody that's not necessarily too into the mix, too into the clarify the Star. This person could have an introverted streak. Clarify the Star card. You got the Queen of Swords reversed. Clarify the Queen of Swords reversed. We have the Six of Cups. Clarify the Six of Cups. Okay, this person could be very, very tapped in with their childlike wonder. Something about this person, something about your crush, your secret admirer. They like to, I don't think they like to think about the fucked up stuff that has happened to them, the bad stuff that has happened to them in their lives, or I don't think they like to focus on the negatives. I think they like to focus on the positives. They could be considered childish, goofy, funny, comical, amusing, entertaining. They could love kids. They could have children. They could work with children. Or if not, they just have this really childlike energy, childlike aura, vibe. Clarify the Six of Cups. Clarify the Six of Cups. We have the Eight of Cups. Six of Cups on top of the Eight of Cups. This, your secret admirer, clarify the Eight of Cups. Clarify the Eight of Cups. There could be some kind of weak spot, some kind of like vulnerable, soft point in terms of childhood. We got the Ace of Swords reversed out here. The person that's crushing on you might not say much. They might not talk a lot. They could be meek. They could be shy, considered shy, or maybe they know what they want to say, they know what they're thinking, but they have a hard time articulating their feelings and thoughts. Okay, your crush, your secret admirer, could have some things in regards to romance, intimacy, uh, things in regards to rejection. You know, women trying to talk to women, they might have fears around that. They might have insecurities around, you know, dating or love, that's keeping them in this position of just kind of feeling like I'm more comfortable thinking it and not doing it, if that makes sense. Clarify the Ace of Swords reversed. Clarify the Ace of Swords reversed. Clarify the Ace of Swords reversed. We have the Queen of Wands. Clarify the Queen of Wands. We have the Eight of Wands reversed. Okay, I don't know. I don't know. Something about you could be intimidating or scary to your admirer, because for some strange reason, they won't talk. They won't engage. They won't engage, okay? They could be intimidated by your beauty. Something about you could remind this person of something or someone. Maybe you remind them of something, someone. You remind them of their mother. You remind them of a feminine influence in their life, a positive maternal influence in their life. Clarify the Eight of Wands reversed, but they won't talk. They won't talk. This communication is coming in slow. It's taking time. It's like a slow burn. Clarify the Eight of Wands reversed. Okay, I kind of feel like I said, Ten of Swords, slow burn energy. When the Ten of Swords comes out, something is like done. Something is done, or something is down, and it'll be down for a while. This is a slow process. Clarify the Ten of Swords. And then that's the Six of Swords. Ten of Swords, Six of Swords. Okay, so I don't know if the person that's secretly admiring you right now is currently in a situation. Four of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so they could very well be in a situation. I know. Like, if you're single, it's probably so annoying to hear people say, oh, the person that's like interested in you right now, that likes you, is crushing on you, they have a girlfriend, they have a wife, they have this, they have that. Like, I know that's probably so annoying, but it's the vibes I'm getting here, because I'm sitting up here wondering, like, why won't they say nothing? Why won't they do anything? Why won't they act? I don't think they can act. This person, Ten of Swords, on top of the Six of Swords, could be coming out of something tumultuous. Clarify the Six of Swords. And that's why they can't say anything. Maybe that's why they feel, all right, Four of Pentacles reversed. Okay, they definitely are coming up out of something that is just like, something that just fell the fuck apart. It was a nightmare. Okay, Ten of Swords gives me big nightmare energy. Like, this is some kind of devastating incident, whether emotional or like confirmation, whether emotional or physical. Six of Swords, Ten of Swords, Six of Swords. Then you got the Four of Pentacles reversed. This is release. All right. Ten of Swords, Six of Swords. I don't know why, but there could have been some disaster of some sort. Like an environmental disaster. Or just, not even just environmental, any scenario in which something could go wrong. Like, I just kind of feel like the person that's, I don't know what this has to do with you, but I don't know. But the person I'm thinking of right now, they're going through something right now. Like, they just had to pay their way out of some bullshit. Ten of Swords, Six of Swords. This is the devastation happening. This is the devastation occurring. This could even be like a medicinal incident, like a stabbing, a shooting, a crash, a car crash, a boat crash, a fight. Something went awry. Six of Swords. This talks about moving away. moving on to calmer waters, moving on to a more chill situation, a less riskier scenario. With the Four of Pentacles reverse coming out here too, this is release. Then on top of that, I just kind of feel like folks had to pay their way out of something. They had to pay their way out of some bullshit, or they had to pay for some bullshit. I don't know what this has to do with you, but that's the vibes I'm getting, okay? Maybe there's a reason why this man can only just watch or look or wishful thinking, okay? Maybe they ain't got the bread right now to ask you out on a date because all of their money went into whatever this was, whatever this situation was. They have to pay themselves, pay their way out of. I'm also thinking of bail, making bail. So I don't know what the hell that's about. Clarify the Four of Pentacles reversed. This man could very well be trying to move on from something tumultuous, but whoever they're trying to move on from could be making it hard for them. You got the Five of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Okay, this comes out when you're literally trying to move on from physical conflict, fighting, arguing, disagreements, not being, being at odds. Clarify the Four of Pentacles reversed. We have the Hermit reversed. Okay, when the Hermit reverse comes out, I think of somebody that is like ducked off really bad to the point where people are like, okay, where have you been? It's almost like, damn, you outside? I was not expecting to see you. Where have you been? Like, this is discretion to the max. Four of Pentacles reverse on top of the Hermit reverse. Like the man that's crushing on you, or the person that's crushing on you, secretly admiring you right now, they're on a really secretive tip. They could be considered super duper nonchalant, chill, like secretive, discreet, introverted, quiet, shy, like I said earlier. Okay, Four of Pentacles reversed. They could be a frivolous spender. Okay, they have a hole in their pocket. They can burn a hole in their pocket. You hear me? They can blow some money on some material things. Clarify the Hermit reversed. Four of Pentacles reversed on top of the Hermit reversed. I don't know why. Also looking at the Hermit reversed on top of the Four of Pentacles reversed, they could also use money to hide things, disguise things, conceal things. They might use money to conceal their feelings. It's so many ways to do that too. Just buying things to like soothe you emotionally. Okay, paying for therapy or paying for things that feel therapeutic. Okay, this could be substance abuse. This could be buying substances to make yourself feel better. Weed, alcohol, clothes. Buying clothes to make yourself feel better about yourself, about your circumstances, about the way you look, about your self-esteem. Hiding behind material possessions, buying money, spending money to hide something. To hide what though? To hide self-esteem issues? To hide your true intentions? Okay, the Fool card came out right after the Hermit reversed. Not the Hermit reversed, the Hermit. Clarify the Hermit. I'm not the Hermit, the Fool. What am I talking about? The Hermit reversed on top of the Fool card. We got the King of Wands. Interesting, interesting. So I kind of get vibes like the person that has a crush on you, it's almost like they're waiting for the right time. They're waiting for something. Fool card on top of the King of Wands. It's almost like they're getting ready in the back. They're getting ready in the dark. They're preparing. Like it's like they're getting prepped. It's a preparation period. It seems like there's some kind of preparation period going on. Like, I feel like the person that has a crush on you is making sure they have all their ducks in a row before they even come at you. Okay, you to them, you could be their ideal type. The way you look, act, the way you talk, speak, the way you are, who you are, how you look, the things you like, the things you do. You're this person's type. I really think they want to be ready for when they present themselves and when they come at you. I feel like they're in this space, especially they're in this space where they're gathering information. And if the Page of Swords comes out, I will feel validated in this. They're in this space where they're gathering information. They're studying you right now. They're making sure the time is right for not only themselves, but you as well. They want to look their best, sound their best, and be ready when they make the offer. Full card, going out on a limb. Not exactly sure what you're about to get into, but you're ready to face it head on. You're ready to experiment and go at it. King of Wands. That's that bright, confident, look at me energy. Okay, this is a peacock. Peacocks love to basically show off. This is how they mate. This is a mating call when they're showing all their feathers, how pretty and bright and colorful their feathers can be. Okay, the man that is crushing on you could act shy. He could seem nonchalant, like in nature. He could seem so like chill and unfazed and uncaring. But when you peel back the layers, there's a big personality down there. Like there's a whole person you never even saw before down there. Okay, I dated somebody like that. I talked to somebody like that. At the surface, he was very, you would think he was boring even, like very bland. He didn't give you much. But, you know, once we established some comfort, once we established an understanding, his personality rose to the surface. Once he felt safe, as time went on, his personality came to the surface full force. So, yes, that's how this guy could be. Like, maybe he's just not very trusting of everybody, of people. He has to feel safe. He has to feel confident in you, and he has to feel trusted in you for his full personality to bloom and come to the surface and come to the light. This could be somebody that is very goofy, very talkative, very playful, but you'll never know that in passing. Clarify the King of Wands, very big personality, very big opinions, just very broad interest, broad way of thinking. The Fool card on top of the King of Wands. This is very experimental energy. You have the Seven of Swords. Okay. The Seven of Swords reminds me of calculated, thoughtful, strategic energy. King of Wands on top of the Seven of Swords. Like I said, I just kind of feel like this is energy where it's just like I'm going to whip it out on them when they least expect it. Okay, so maybe the man that's crushing on you, the person that's crushing on you, they enjoy being undermined. Maybe they enjoy being looked at a certain way when that's not even really reality, if that makes sense. Clarify the Seven of Swords. The person that's crushing on you, the man that's crushing on you could definitely have a sneaky streak, a calculated streak. They like to be organized. They like to have everything well thought out. They like to be prepared before something. They don't want to go into it unknowing. They don't want to do the just going with the flow thing. That doesn't work for them. Okay, this person could be an overthinker. Clarify the Seven of Swords. They didn't already thought about it. You got the Page of Cups reversed. Seven of Swords, Page of Cups reversed. Okay, they could be a little pessimistic or even a little malicious in their thought process, their thinking process, their way of thinking. This might be someone that thinks, it's almost like if they have a sentiment they want to bring to you, it's almost like they rehearsed what they want to say long before y'all even had the conversation. And you can usually tell when you're having a conversation with somebody that rehearsed what they want to say and what they want to ask beforehand, because they just be so ready to talk. You can barely get a word in edgewise. Like, they just so ready. They know what they want to say. The questions are shooting off like a fucking cannon. Like, you rehearsed this, didn't you? Clarify the Page of Cups reverse. Okay, they can be a little childish in their communication, in their efforts to talk, to communicate. Seven of Swords on top of the Page of Cups reverse. Okay, I kind of get vibes of somebody that could seem a little gossipy. All right, the person that's crushing on you, y'all, he might be a person that you can spill tea to. You can talk with, gossip with. You know, a lot of boyfriends, a lot of husbands, they will not admit it, but they love the tea. They have the best tea. Gossiping with men be a time, honey. Okay, so he could be on the gossiping kick. I don't know to what degree exactly, but getting to know this man is just funny because you would never guess it from the surface. Like, It's almost like, look what didn't happen at work today. You will never believe, babe, you'll never believe what these niggas at work doing. You'll never believe what these people at work is doing. You got the 9 of Swords coming out here on top of the Page of Cups reversed. Clarify the 9 of Swords, okay? This man could be a bit of a pessimistic. He could be a bit pessimistic in thinking. Like I mentioned earlier, a little condescending in thinking. Okay. Sometimes he could expect the worst out of a situation, if that makes sense. Sometimes he could be a little bit of a negative Nancy. Clarify that we got the Knight of Pentacles reversed. Nine of Swords. Knight of Pentacles reversed. Clarify the Knight of Pentacles reversed. We have the Tower reversed, making it up to the top of the deck. I just saw that at the bottom of the deck. Like, Knight of Pentacles reversed, Tower reversed. I feel like with the 9 of Swords coming out right before the Knight of Pentacles reversed, Tower reversed, this person might have some destructive thinking, some destructive thoughts. Okay, they could deal with mental health issues. I'm not sure to what degree, but it's something they don't act on, but it could be a reoccurring thought or feeling. Clarify the Tower. We got the Devil reversed. Clarify the Devil reversed. What's that about? We got the Knight of Swords. I did just mention that a second ago by accident. Devil, Knight of Swords. This man that's having, okay, this man could definitely say what he's thinking sometimes, and that could be to his detriment. People might think that this man is blunt. Might not say much, but when you do speak, it could come off, it might could come off a little rude, a little insensitive. Clarify the Knight of Swords. This man could have outbursts. Like, he could just, I don't know, like his intrusive thoughts could be intrusiving. Like, this could be the type of guy that he just be quoting stuff. Like, he loves quotes. He loves to just spew quotes. Or maybe he's just a random person that just loves to spew facts. Like, did you know? Or like, if he's one of those guys that like I mentioned earlier, could be very, very like happy-go-lucky. He could be one of those guys that likes to quote memes randomly. Clarify the Knight of Swords. Or they sing or rap music out loud. One of those people that just be walking around rapping the lyrics to the song that they're listening to, or singing the song that they're listening to, or stating a monologue from a movie they love. They're always quoting movies and TV shows. Maybe they like to talk about pop culture. Maybe they like to talk about, discuss pop media a lot. We have the 2 of Pentacles. Knight of Swords on top of the 2 of Pentacles. Knight of Swords on top of the 2 of Pentacles. This person could definitely, like, when it comes to a particular subject, then you got the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck. When it comes to a particular subject, when it comes to their personal interests, their personal hobbies, their children, what they like to watch on TV, what they eat, what they wear, where they like to go and have fun, they could talk a hole in your head. They could talk all day long, really. Knight of Swords on top of the 2 of Pentacles. Talkative. Okay, like I mentioned earlier, there's a talkative streak. Once they get comfortable, once they get past their inhibitions, once they get out of their head, they can talk some shit. Clarify the 2 of Pentacles. You got the World card. You got the World card, okay? 2 of Pentacles on top of the World. Clarify the World. We have the 8 of Pentacles. We have the 8 of Pentacles. Okay, this person could talk a little bit too much, all right? Maybe they could be a little revealing, a little too forthcoming, putting all their little business out there. You make this man feel comfortable. He's telling you his whole life story. Because, yeah, my uncle, he was a Jehovah's Witness. Yeah. Y'all ever seen that meme? Like, you could even be spewing shit that people would consider is to your detriment. Like, you ever heard that meme where they was like, yeah, y'all be on here admitting shit even the CIA couldn't get out of me. They wouldn't even be able to beat that out of me. That's kind of what I'm getting, like the vibes. Eight of Pentacles, World, Two of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. Like, yeah, you're a yapper, a certified yapper, fluent in Japanese. You talk a lot. You talk a lot. Clarify the Eight of Pentacles. Or once people get you started, they can't stop you. It's hard to stop you. Clarify the Eight of Pentacles. Clarify the Eight of Pentacles. I don't know why I'm thinking of that song. I woke up in love this morning. I woke up in love this morning. Went to sleep with you on my mind. If you know, you know. Where my Crooklyn watchers at? If you know, you know. Clarify the Eight of Pentacles. World card, Eight of Pentacles. Oh, I didn't realize I dropped this. We got the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands on top of the Eight of Pentacles. All right, you could be somebody that people could say you try too hard, but what are you trying too hard about? Eight of Pentacles on top of the Ace of Wands. You could go hard. All right, when it comes to the things you love, when it comes to working, getting in the field, getting to work, working out, you go hard. You put your money where your mouth is. You're not no bullshitter. You're not lazy. Okay, the man that's crushing on you, admiring you, they're not a bullshitter. They're not lazy. Clarify the Ace of Wands. Clarify the Ace of Wands. We got the Page of Wands reversed. Clarify the Page of Wands. Page of Wands reversed. We got the Ace of Cups reversed. This man might be somebody that works and gives it their all until they're burnt out. Death reversed. Clarify the Ace of Cups reversed. You might have to tell this man to relax or sit down or it's cool. You got the Chariot. They just keep going and going, even from a place of being exhausted. Like, they might literally have to collapse to the ground to quit. Like, I was just watching this dude on YouTube yesterday. He was like, nah, I'm not tired until I absolutely collapse, until I start seeing black dots in the air and whatnot. I'm like, oh no. Like, clarify the Chariot. We got the Ten of Cups reversed on top of the Chariot card. Clarify the Ten of Cups reversed. One card at a time, please. Clarify the Ten of Cups reversed. We have the Sun reversed. Ten of Cups reversed. Okay. Okay. Clarify the Sun reversed. Something about this man with that Moon card trying to pop out. Something about this man. He could have trouble with like crowds of people. But it's like an initial thing. It's like at first, if that makes sense. Clarify the Sun reversed. You got the Page of Pentacles. This is that student card. Very studious. A person who likes to study, watch, do research, pay attention, study before they do something, before they get into something. Like, this person does not just mingle with people. They don't just mesh. They don't just link up. They don't just be in people's faces. They have to case the joint first to make sure it's safe to mingle. And I don't think I really blame them for having this attitude, because people are weird. They're shapeshifters. They're fake. They're phony. They will act one way with you, act another way with other people, say one thing to you, say something else to people. Okay, you will be given all this good, natural, original aura, energy, and they're harvesting it. So you have to be choosy about who you're revealing your true self to. You have to gatekeep yourself for those exact reasons, because people are not original. They don't have personalities, and they will steal your personality. They will steal your personality. You got the Two of Swords reversed coming out on top of the Page of Pentacles. Okay, so like I said earlier, there's that element of knowing when to turn it off and when to turn it on. There's two people here. There's two sides here. Two sides to every story, okay? Maybe this person comes alive around certain people, and then they close up and become a recluse, I meant to say, in front of other people. Clarify the Two of Swords reversed. We got the Page of Swords reversed. Page of Swords reversed. Okay, so like I said, this could be a very observant, watchful man. Somebody who is very, very much into just looking, learning, watching, studying. Very much into details. You got the Four of Wands at the bottom of the deck. This person could be a yearner, a daydreamer. They like to think about scenarios, fantasize, daydream. Clarify the Page of Swords reversed. Ooh, one card at a time, please. Clarify the Page of Swords reversed. I even think an obsession comes to mind too when I think of the Page of Swords reversed. This person is overly bothered, overly like invested, obsessed. Clarify the Page of Swords reversed. They're like too deep into it, too invested, okay? They could be all up in your grill. All up in your grill. They just pay attention to everything. They pay attention to the littlest things, okay? They could be very sensitive to energy. Everything, throw their ass off. You got the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups. Choices, suggestions, illusions. Page of Swords reversed on top of the Seven of Cups. Then you got the Queen of Pentacles reversed. And then you got the Six of Wands. Ten of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Clarify the Six of Wands. We got the Four of Swords, Six of Wands, Four of Swords. I just kind of get a vibe like this guy is performing. Like he could be performing like extroverted energy, extroverted qualities to make other people comfortable. Because like I said, this man, he has a real personality, but he's coming from a very introverted place. He might feel understood in the environments that, misunderstood in the environments that he's in. So he cosplays, not necessarily to fit in, but just so he doesn't have to go through jumping through hoops to get people to, I don't know, be receptive to him, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know. And that could be tiring to him. Six of Wands on top of the Four of Swords, cosplaying. Like, for instance, I think of work when I think of that. We cosplay when we go to work. We're in character when we're at work. This is not our at-home personality. Like, we're not smiling in people's faces 24/7. We're not being chipper and happy-go-lucky. Like, this could be his work personality, his on-the-clock personality. And that shit is draining. Clarify the Four of Swords. He knows how to do the job. Very good at the job. Very good at being in character. But that shit, he could find that shit draining. He could be the type that be ready to go home. He can't wait to go home. He can't wait to get off. He can't wait to not have to, you know. He can't wait to get off and go smoke. Get off and go have a blunt. Have a drink. Clarify the Four of Swords. We got the Three of Swords, okay? Four of Swords on top of the Three of Swords. Okay, and the person crushing on you, they might have their inhibitions about love, public displays of affection, publicity in general, visibility, being seen in general. Like, I don't think they like being in the mix or being seen or being, I don't know what that's all about, but there's a discreet, low-key tip about this person. Like, they just like to keep it low-key. They like to be chill. They don't like to draw too much attention. They don't like to do too much. They really, really don't. And with the Four of Swords on top of the Three of Swords, I just kind of get an element of being over something. There could be an element of jadedness. I don't know if that's a real word, but there could be some jaded energy here. From whether that's from the past or whether that's towards you, looking at you, just assuming things about you based on how you look, based on the information they're gathering. The person admiring you secretly could be like trying to gather information about who you are from what they're seeing, from what they're learning, overhearing. Okay, they could have some unfair or even stereotypical inhibitions towards you based on how you look, based on what they've gathered. Okay, so that's what that Four of Swords, Three of Swords energy could be. But then again, that could still be self-sabotaging energy, overthinking energy. Because again, if this person has never spoken to you, then they don't know you. Anything you've seen, anything you've heard, it's not the same. It's just not the same as talking to a person and dealing with them and being in their face every single day. So yeah, that's the vibes I got on the person that's currently crushing on you right now. I hope that didn't creep you out. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video. And you guys have a great day.